So, ladies and gentlemen, the Malian authorities officially granted a presidential pardon to a French spy who had been sentenced to 20 years in prison over espionage charges. So now Western media framed it as a standard diplomatic release. Western intelligence called the charges baseless. But across the Sahel and the wider African continent, this story isn't just about one man. It's about a dramatic shift in power dynamics, sovereignty, and the unspooling of centuries of geopolitical dominance. To understand why this release matters, let's look past the mainstream surface headlines, and examine it ourselves. If you're getting any value, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. So now, for decades, foreign operatives under the guise of media work, civil society assistance, or diplomatic postings functioned virtually unchallenged across West Africa. In the old geopolitical framework, often dubbed Francafrique, African capitals were treated as intelligence playing fields for global powers. When Malian authorities arrested Yan Vezili and accused him of orchestrating an intelligence operation to destabilize the transition government, Bamako signed a permanent break from that past. The charges weren't just legal texts, they represented a fundamental rejection of foreign interference. By trying and sentencing a foreign national under domestic Malian law, the government in Bamako demonstrated something very crucial. African courts hold jurisdiction over African territory, regardless of the accused's passport. So if Mali convicted him, why grant a pardon? I understand that a lot of people are unhappy about this decision by the president. So now let's look at it this way. You cannot pardon someone unless you first possess the legal and moral authority to imprison them. So by issuing this presidential pardon, accompanied by an immediate expulsion order, Mali achieved three distinct goals. 1. Assertion of control. So Bamako proved that it sets the rules within its own borders. 2. De-escalation on African terms. Now it showed strategic maturity, offering a diplomatic exit while keeping the conviction intact on the official record. And thirdly, regional unity. It reinforced the broader posture of the Alliance of Sahel states, demanding respect as equal sovereign entities, not subordinate territories. This situation also exposes a recurring narrative trap in international coverage. Let's pay attention now. When Western nations detain foreign journalists or diplomats on espionage charges, it is framed as vital national security. But when an African nation does the same, it is frequently painted in Western media strictly as arbitrary detention or suppression. So for too long, cover identities have blurred the lines between genuine reportage and covert intelligence gathering in sovereign African states. Mali's stance sends a very clear message to all the foreign actors. Information gathering that undermines state security will face legal consequences. Now, this story is not a story of weakness. It is a study in modern African statecraft. Mali held the line, executed its judicial process, and dictated the terms of the release. Africa is no longer a passive backdrop for proxy conflicts or foreign intelligence games. The continent is writing its own rules of engagement, one diplomatic decision at a time. What do you think about Mali's move? Strategic diplomacy or a missed chance to hold the line? Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Representing A2 is Flo. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.